Aija. And I'm Julie. And today we're gonna take a small interview of you here. Okay. So, what really inspired you to write a book at such a young age? I mean, someone or something must have really, inspired you, right?
Yes. So, in 2022, undergone a major spine correction surgery due to my condition called SMA, which is spinal muscular atrophy. And because of that, my spine had curved into a S. So, due to that, I had to undergo a surgery. And um, after that surgery, I had shifted from an online to an offline school because obviously to be on the safer side. So when I joined that online school, there was this teacher that I had, an English teacher. One day she asked my mom to come in front of the screen because device. So my teacher, she asked my mom to come in front of the screen, and she told my mom that, ma'am, your daughter is very good at speaking and also at writing, but I think if she can publish a book, because there was this competition at the time called National Young Authors Fair, which was being conducted by Bee Books. So she told that this competition is there, and if Keya can take part, that would be a really good opportunity for her. So my teacher said that, ma'am, do encourage your daughter to publish this book. So my mom was like, okay, it's better we give it a try. So because it was my first time, I was kind of questioning myself of what to write a book about. So I asked my mom for some suggestions, and then we came to a conclusion that there was this event where I actually danced on my wheels. So we will write. Uh, it's better we write a book on that. So I started writing, and because at that time I was in a bit of pain, that was the thing that actually was pleasing for me and took away the attention from all the pain that I was in. So that was that event, and my mom inspired me to write the book.
That's really sweet. So, would you like to tell us a little more about the bond you share with your mom, other than what we all know?
I think it's, I wouldn't say it's like a normal mom and daughter bond, but I feel that whenever I feel low, my mom is there. And whenever I feel low, my mom is there. And I don't know, but maybe it's to my naive mind that I find my mom supporting me so much. But I'm honestly honored to have a mom like my own mom. So yeah.
So, we'd like to know that how do you feel when you receive the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar?
So uh, being conferred with the PM Bal Puraskar is something I could have only dreamt of, because for a person like me who is differently abled, it's not every day that he gets such a huge opportunity to meet the president and the prime minister. So I feel that when I had the opportunity to interact with our Honorable Sri Narendra Modi, I felt that finally all the work that me, my mom, and the others who've supported me, whatever we've been doing has finally come. It's come to a moment where I'm being able to share that with uh, such a respected man like Sri Narendra Modi. So uh, when I was speaking about my books, he actually told that, um, because these books have such a strong cause, we would love to translate it into other regional languages. So that is something I really do look forward to, because I know that every child from every corner of the country is going to be able to get a hand on the copy and be able to read it in their language. So that's something which I was kind of at tears to hear because uh, I don't know how to say this, but like the books that I write, it has a very strong cause which I know it's going to help people in the future. It's something that is not going to get lost in the world of literature because at the end of every book of mine there is a message which I convey. So that is something I got to know, and the Prime Minister also parted me for being brave and selfless, for coming up with a prevention plan for rare diseases and not ask for free treatment for myself. So, yeah.
So, maybe in a few years' time, where do you see yourself in the future?
I don't know where exactly, but I do know that with the support of my mom and everyone else, I will be able to see a lot of people who are differently able rise up from their houses and like from their little nooks and come out with the talent that they have because uh, children like us, once we are diagnosed, we are shunned down and kept in our houses away from the society and everyone else because they think of us as a curse. So I hope that in a few years that the children and the adults who are being treated this way don't, and they are able to do what they want and their talents are recognized. Like I say, people will start believing in their abilities over their disabilities instead.
How did you come up with the name I Am Possible and Smart for an NGO?
So, I am possible. It comes from my book and also from the word impossible. And a smart
In fact,
SME.
if I can just halt here. So, your name is, I'm sorry,
Julie.
Julie. So, Keya, I think where you have to connect the stories. So, how did Keya's story actually start coming out? She's been living with SMA for almost 14 years now, right? But it's only the last 2 years that suddenly, Keya was starting to get so much of attention, and that journey started with not the non-profit initiative or not with her writing. Actually, what happened was we started crowdfunding for her medicine. So SMA was deemed incurable for several years. Till 2017-18, there was no medicine at all for stopping the progress or anything like that. Then in 2017, these foreign drug companies started coming into India with some cure, all these expensive medications that Kia was talking about. And she has SMA type 2. So for SMA type 2, this drug called Risdiplam came only in 2021. And that is when we started crowdfunding for Kia's medicine because something as progressive as terminal as this condition, if some drug comes, anybody will jump at it, right? To kind of try and save the child. So I started crowdfunding for her, and that is how her story started coming out. Because in the process of crowdfunding, what happens is you have to tell your story, you have to do digital marketing, and that is how everybody got to know Keya has SMA. And that is how her teacher then spoke to me, ki, ma'am, you all have had such a difficult journey. You should write about it because she's so talented. It's not that she just has SMA. She also has a lot of talent. So that's how one person started coming forward and started telling us to encourage her, not just for her medication, but also bring out her story more so that we can get more people to help us contribute with their funds and support, etc. Because it's not easy to raise 80 lakhs every year for the rest of your life. So that is how this happened. And then when Keya started writing, the whole story changed because that's when the books became more popular than her crowdfunding story. She started winning awards. So she changed the direction and the course of the story from a crowdfunding story to a story about herself, her talent, her abilities. So that is why when we said that, when a child with such a rare disease who's considered terminal can change the course of her life just because of her abilities, then we should try to encourage other children also. Why just Keya?
Yes.
Because there's so many children who have this problem. And that is why the initiative was called I Am Possible, which is first part is from a book, and SMART is SMA, which is SMA for spinal muscular atrophy. And with awareness and knowing your rights and using technology, we started reaching out to more people. So that's the whole story. The whole story. How the whole crowdfunding story turned into a journey of converting a no to a yes. Otherwise, my track was only to get her the medication. I did not know that she could write, and because I was schooling her, but neither did Keya ever think of writing. It was that English teacher who pointed out, ma'am, you should make her, enter the competition. She writes very well. And there they were like some 2 lakh children. I was like, okay, if she gets, otherwise she'll write a book. But then her book was loved by everybody. It was a simple book. We carried some copies for you guys. And everyone liked it because it talked about the awareness. It talks about a child's aspiration to just dance, though she can't move her body, but she just danced her way. I have YouTube videos there which you should see. It's very inspiring. So that's how the whole story changed for us.
We just really wanted to know about how you came up with the name for the NGO. So that was all our question.
Because that's exactly what happened. Keya, wrote the book. So the second book became more popular than the first one. So Dancing on My Wings. And then I Am Possible. I Am Possible hit more number of readers. And that's how we said, let's do this initiative where we start encouraging talent of others. Because her English teacher encouraged her. But now it was our duty, we felt it was our duty to encourage the talent of so many other children who were otherwise just lying silently behind closed doors, because not everybody's family or teachers encourage them. Such children don't even go to schools, otherwise you all would have seen, right? So many studying with you all itself. So it was a very rare phenomenon, and we said somebody has to do it. So through awareness, by spreading the rights of people, how right to education, right to live, are such basic fundamental rights in our constitution. So we started using that. Then we used obviously technology as a medium to spread, because that time Keya was not able to travel much. So we were doing a lot of virtual meetings and talks, and everything was virtual. So that's how we started reaching out to audiences. And Keya did most of the talking because it was very important that she, having SMA, became the face of the initiative, so that it had maximum impact. That was how it was.
Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure.
So coming back, of course, writing has influenced you so much. It has changed you so much. It has changed the course of the events of your life, right? So, would you suggest that the youth should read more books and write more books, be more creative with what they write?
Yes, I feel that every author who's able to write has to read books, because when you read books, right, you get to know what are the different kind of genres, what are the different kind of insights people have. So obviously when you read more books, your vocabulary gets better, and writing can start, like, even if you start at my age or even younger, when you start writing, right, you have that feeling of not stopping, because you just want to write, you want to express your feelings more. And of course, when you write, it's not about just writing, but the most important thing about a book, in my opinion, is that you write for a cause, because writing for a cause, right, is it makes a book really special. You see fictional books, right? There's so many fictional books that once you read it, if you are able to remember the story, then great. But some fictional books, they get lost in the world of literature. But when your book has a strong message, a cause, and a message which will stick with the person for really long, right, then it's going to be remembered. That book, let me tell you, it's going to be remembered.
So, do you plan on writing a book soon?
I'm not. I know. I don't think so. But yeah, I really want to write another book soon. I'm not sure on what, but that will always come to me at some point. So
Practically every year she's written one book. Then the last moment she doesn't know what she's going to write. And suddenly she starts writing a book and
I
it's
can understand. I have been working on a novel.
it's very impulsive writer. No, she's not a planned writer. She's a very impulsive writer.
Okay.
So we start like when here. So she'd be like, "Mom, my book has to launch. You have to market it." That's how it goes. And every year end we have had. So her birthday is on 22nd of December. So last, I think what, 2 years we've been releasing her books on her birthday. And every year we gift her books as a birthday return gift to everyone, and that's how it's been going. So that December month has become an art of giving month for us.
And the thing is that my life is very adventurous. Like even a normal flight from one place to another always has adventures because there's things with the wheelchair. And this time actually while coming to Isaac, we were coming from Mumbai. So everything went extremely smoothly, but the flight had to give away. So there were some technical issues which made us divert, and yeah, everywhere we go, it's full of adventures.
I mean, I guess it sparks a lot of new experiences. You learn more new things.
Yeah, that
So
was
how to
it.
deal with
And
different
I think
Yeah.
we've gotten into the groove of living each day, because when I remember in 2011, November, I think the doctors told me, "Ki, ma'am, take your daughter away," and she was just 10, 11 months old. She won't live for more than 2 years, ma'am. Go spend quality time. That's what I was told. So that day I cried like a little bit, and then I came home and I was so angry, I can't tell you. And I was like, who decides how long my child is going to live? If it's going to be 2 years, we'll make the most of those 2 years. And from that day onwards, we lived every day. Literally, like we had a blast every day. And it's been like this only. Never planned. If we feel like doing something, we'll do it. That's how it's been. So it's like, not like usually parents are, you should study hard, you should plan this for your future. We don't have a concept of future in our family. Our future is now, it's today. So if we don't live today to the fullest, one day is lost, which is like a huge loss for me. Because I don't know how long she's going to be with me. So that's how we brought each other up. She's changed me, and I think the whole concept of motherhood for me has changed because I have another daughter with whom I have been a normal parent. Study hard, you have to become this in your life. And with her, it's been just the opposite. It's like right now, if this is what you want to do, we'll do just that. So, it's been very different for managing both the girls. Keya taught us a lot of stuff.
So, in books, what genres do you like to explore?
So, like I said, I believe that when I write for a cause, it makes a difference. So, my first two books are semi-fiction, so it's based on my own life, and the girl who is representing me in both my books, Dancing on My Wheels and I'm Possible, is Rose. So, I think my genre till now has been semi-fiction, and my third book has been like a book which children and maybe even adults can consider as a helping hand in their writing journey. So, till now it's been semi-fiction.
Okay, so what would your biggest message to the society be?
I would say that don't discourage anyone. Don't think that before you even get to know a person, some people are like, no, this is not possible. She can't do it or he can't do it. Please restrict her activities to what he or she can do. But I would really like to tell the society that give us a chance and let us prove to you that our abilities are more than our disabilities. So even if you don't know the person, even if you don't know the background of the person, don't say no at first. Because if you say no to a person from the beginning, right, for some you are just demotivating them, but for a few people you're making them get more, you're creating that rage for them to do more, and prove the society wrong. So for me, that has been the case for me and my mom. All the naysayers kept coming our way, but we proved them wrong, and we made that big no to a big yes.
Just one more question. So, if you had something you wanted to say to your younger self, what would it be?
I've not thought of that, but I would say that if I had the option of time traveling back, I would say that Kia, continue doing what you're doing because you are on the right path and you have a great mom who's standing right beside you and you are going to go places because today, not only by myself, not only by the people in the society and uh, my family, but my mom has been able to help me get me to where I am today. And we do work as a team, so if the team is together, then we can do many more things.
So, your story has really inspired us, it has touched us to the point that we're both on the verge of tears. Yeah. But it was lovely having you here, and we're so thankful to be able to interact with you, learn more new things from you. It's just been a beautiful experience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I tell you, the moment I entered here, I could feel the energy of all of you, and you all are great at everything you do.
Thank you for making us believe that we are possible.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
great having you.
Thank you.